It's Week 14 of the NFL, where we'll see this team's versatile linebacker, who's now up to 60 tackles after last week's game. We're just moments away from the action, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Campbell. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with. Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only one. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Now, faking the give. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
And now the punting unit will come on. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll set up to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Back to the air one more time. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his defense will take over here following the interception.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. His drive will start on the ground, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On comes the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll have a 1st down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And this defense will take over following the turnover.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
The 22-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And his guys will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
It's a gain of 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll throw out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll try to run for it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Receiver in motion, going right. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And 2.
And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Here's their punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's the gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And that is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only rotating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense. Automatic 1st down.
They'll send him over to the left. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Comeback route, and he's got it. They gain 18 yards on that one. And that will be a first down.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit, really well timed, really nice job by both guys.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man, middle of the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. We're all set to kick this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They motion the slot man left. Back to the air one more time. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this out to his running back. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys will open up a 13-0 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. So we have reached the intermission in what is right now a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Now, faking the give. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They put a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun, here's a handoff. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Sending a receiver right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The throw on the run is complete. A gain of 17 yards. 1st down for Houston.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
2nd down and 8. Tight end on the move left. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack. that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's taken down just shy of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd down, 3 to go.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a give up the middle. You take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Back to throw. This one intercepted. And the visitors are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
This team's offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. there is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense...
And he will take this one in. 84 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Is good. Next to score, our home team routine.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Campbell. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
At the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. 3rd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's enough for a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They send him right out of the slot. Throwing now on 1st and 10. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Quickly to the outside and complete. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
To the air now on 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. They'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in for the score. a two-point conversion attempt coming.
The offense will
Throwing now from the gun. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for two, and it does not pan out.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Houston.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. Back to the air one more time. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down. Man in motion, heading left. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And this defense comes through with the turnover.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
This one, complete to Campbell. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it. When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. So now this team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st down, Houston.
Quick throw, taken in.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a toss, right side. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to
Neutral
jump?
zone infraction, defense. Automatic 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball at him.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Now, faking the give. Throwing right. It's taken in. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Houston. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Our home team 19, visitors 14.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Campbell. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
1st down, Houston.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And we'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And here we go, 4th and inches. Would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff running right. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Now a 3rd and 2. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
a shot here, deep middle. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.